Podcast excellence since 2005. This is the King of Podcasts radio network, kingofpodcasts.com.
To all those sugar daddies out there this holiday season, are you taking your sugar baby to Jared? Or are you taking her to jail?
We are all a little depraved and debaucherous. Here is the King of Podcasts.
What a time of year we're getting up towards Christmas. And, you know, I thought I was going to do best of well, not the year of depraved and debaucherous, but we're not there yet because we got another great story to go and share for you tonight on the program. King of Podcasts here with you. Thank you for listening in and finding the program as you always do through Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, and iHeartRadio and all those other places. Of course, the website, kingofpodcasts.com. So what caught my attention last week during Black Friday was part of the story I had to give me the two extremes of sugar dating that I thought I want to share to the younger audience out there because of you all, that I love you as listeners, and I want to look out for all of you. Okay. I do all this extra research and work in the backside stuff that I always do all the time because I'm learning more about myself and the dating experience, learning more about myself and where the extremes are of dating and culture today for young people, because I feel like even at my age, I feel like I'm still back in my 20s, and I still feel like I'm still learning like all of you because I never had the experience like even some of you had out there. Let's be clear about that, right? But with this knowledge and this rare instance of me being able to go ahead and just kind of give advice from the outside, not saying that I was in any successful relationships, but I can just see what does work and what doesn't from the outside. I'm a spectator. What can I say? So when it comes to these sugar daddy, sugar dating relationships, right? Sugar daddies and sugar babies. One of the things you got to keep aware of is that there are two extremes. And this week there are two extremes that came out to light. One was an Instagram model and OnlyFans star that live streamed her shopping for jewelry with her sugar daddy. We'll play the video for you in just a second. I'm just going to hear that you can hear the audio, but you know, if you want to look for the video, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. If I go ahead and point it out to you, you might have seen her already. And then there's a story about a sugar baby that is now convicted of murdering her children at the behest of the manipulating sugar daddy that she was with. So these are two extreme cases here. The best and the worst of sugar daddies, sugar babies right here. We're going to go ahead and bring those up right now for you. So first of all, I have a video from Ivy Wren. She's an Instagram model, American Instagram model and OnlyFans star. More than 3 million followers on Instagram, 40,000 subscribers on OnlyFans. And yeah, she's a very beautiful girl. Active on TikTok, uploads her lip syncing and dance videos. She reached 1 million followers on Instagram when she started social media for her first year. And so it was surreal when that happened. She's 21 years old. So she is very long, blonde, buxom, you know, really much like, you know, just very nice features. She's just a very pretty girl, 21-year-old, and just, you know, a lot of modeling, a lot of things. And there's some other videos that are out there that kind of show off her personality and they make her somewhat likable, I guess, from some of the things we've seen from her so far. But I had to look at the fact that she got herself out there. Now, by the way, she has a net worth of $2 million as of 2023. Let's make that also a point and also put that in perspective. But she has a sugar daddy. And however that all works out, that's the thing that we got to keep in mind of here, okay? So let me give you the perspective on what's going on here in the video that I'm going to play for you real quick. So as I look at this as we speak, she is being taken out to Tiffany's, the Tiffany Company, for jewelry shopping. So this guy who is going by the name Terry took her to Tiffany's to go get jewelry. And she's jewelry shopping and going around. And if you look at her, okay, she is dressed in all black, very casual. And I mean, when you look at her, I mean, I see the appeal. Guys are looking out there and you're saying, okay, if this guy's going to be a simp, he's going to go out and take her out shopping. Well, if he was going to pick a sugar baby, you know, he was looking for someone that was very much, for him, he's probably, I want to say, early to mid 60s. It looks like he has a hair plugs or he has like a toupee. And for whatever reason, he doesn't have a problem taking her out. This is like a very conventional sugar baby, sugar daddy deal. But let's go and just see how she reacts and how she plays up to the fans out there as she gets to try out jewelry and get something bought.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want what you want, I'm gonna buy those.
It's about if you want me to have them. It's not about that.
Okay. We're gonna take those.
So,
Okay.
wait, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
Did you show me that?
Wow. I'm obsessed.
So she got a bracelet. And this bracelet, this tennis bracelet, is like huge. I mean, I don't even know how many carats that thing is. I couldn't tell you anything about that kind of stuff. But yeah, she is picking up this. And I mean, she's just probably surprised that the guy is willing to go and spend this kind of money. That's at least 10 grand, maybe 20. I don't know. But that's like serious money that guy's spending right there. And I don't know if he's getting anything from her or not. Couldn't tell you. But let's go on.
Harry, you have no idea what she just did.
Thank you.
No, start of that.
I know, and I've been wanting it for so long.
That's what you said.
Guys. Oh my god. I can't even believe it.
So he gets a kiss from her, but again, is it worth the $10,000, $20,000 tennis bracelet? Seriously? I mean, I will give the credit to Ivy Wren here that like looks very nice. I mean, very presentable. Just listen, very attractive. If you're trying to go ahead and say like, you know, if a guy like this 60-something-year-old Terry guy is able to go ahead and have time to spend with her, I mean, the question is, if you're going to spend that right there, just in a couple of minutes, and who knows what other kind of stuff he's bought for her, but I mean, she could buy this stuff herself, but there's something to be said for her about she's getting gifts. So it's really putting a value on her beauty, which she has a lot of. And that's the thing for him where he feels like, well, to be something attainable or to be allowed to be near a girl like her, he feels like he has to go and do this route. And that's what he did. It's a lot of money though. Now, we don't know the relationship between them. We don't know how long they've been together. And we don't know what Terry has gotten out of her. But it was one of those things that Ivy Wren puts this out there. Puts it out live. A lot of people have watched this so far. And the thing is that this is the kind of idea that is being put into women's heads that if you look anywhere close to Ivy Wren, right? And you can just look there and look pretty and kind of just play nice to the guy because he's giving you something, because you wouldn't give him the time of day if he didn't give you a $10,000, $20,000 tennis bracelet. Okay. So let's just put it like that. And that's where we are right now. And second of all, I don't even know when she's even going to wear that. Like that's the other thing. I mean, if he's going to buy her something, he's not even buying anything practical. Like that's like, where are you going to take that out? I don't think he even knows about the fact. I think he's just mesmerized over the girl because, put it like this guy is 60-something years old. I mean, who was he with before? And what kind of things did he probably go through? Like, he might have made his money however he did. Who knows if he's just spending out his retirement and he just has quite a bit of savings and he's widowed or he's been divorced and all, and, you know, got kids that are already kind of by the wayside. They've already grown up or whatever, so he doesn't have to support them anymore. If this guy is just feeling like, well, this is just a good fling for me to have right now, and then he just wants to go ahead and like move across different young women that he likes, but quite a risk for him to go and just be put on camera like that and let him be subjected to this. Like, guys, I hope you realize she's using this, okay? Smart girl. She's using this out there to go and show like, oh, look, guys, you could do this, and look, here's the kind of girl you can get by spending money on her. Yeah, you're simping. I know because I'm an expert in that. Okay. But that's also, I don't spend that kind of money. I never did. No. But like, I can understand it's only a limited amount of enjoyment she gets out of that because it is just a token of her beauty and appreciation of her beauty. And then that fades away. And then what happens next? What is the next thing you find to help get yourself closer to her, get another token of affection, something that you want to get from her? Like, what do you need to go and give her to go and have sex if that's what you're looking for? The other problem is that do you want to have sex with her? Because, again, she's an Instagram model, sure. It's an OnlyFans model, sure. But, what kind of parties she gone out to? What has she done for herself? She might look very good here in this video for everybody to cross, but that's not how she can look every day. I mean, you just got to think of a lot of different ideas as to why somebody would go and go after that. Now, the other thing too is that this is the most extreme, stereotypical sugar daddy, sugar baby thing. It's always the thought that, it's this young, hot thing with an older, out of shape, balding, or, out of touch old man that would never really get a young girl like that. Young, nubile, pretty, beautiful, and get her attention like that unless you're spending money on her. But what I'm also curious about in the video is like, how does she react? Well, she's reacting like you would expect at least something. That's the minimal effect of what she should be doing and how she should be showing appreciation for the gift that I'm saying the guy should expect. I'm not saying this is what she should be doing. I'd rather, I don't even know what they're going to say about this, but I was surprised I even saw this online, but it did amaze me. Let's go along and see how Ivy's reacting along and how this sugar daddy Terry is going along with this for the next couple of minutes. Let's just keep going.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Oh my god! She's helping the customers that are buying shit. He said, where does she go? To the people that are fucking paying. Come on, Terry. I'm gonna start asking other people's boyfriends to buy me shit at this point.
Now she's playing to the camera and playing to the crowd because she got the token, she got the gift, and now she's playing a certain way to him and to the audience is a different thing. And who knows, he's just like playing up an act and just being character driven. And who knows if this is all being set up to. Let's make that also clear as well. But she's now showing herself more like a realistic version of herself to the crowd that's chatting with her online on Kick.
Love you, Terry, but come on, bro. You were talking big game, and then we get onto the field, and suddenly you're underperforming, which is fine. I'll pay for my own fucking bag, but I want to leave with a fucking bag.
She's in a handbag shop. Can't tell if it's Gucci or something. She's in a mall somewhere. I can see that. I don't know which mall it would be because I've never seen Tiffany's inside of like a store. I guess there's some of those, right? I'm sorry, I'm used to Worth Avenue where I'm at in Palm Beach, where you can just go. And it's like an outdoor store. Like it's all outdoor shopping, and then you just go into the store. It's not like it's all indoor kind of feel. So it's like a courtyard kind of feel to it. But anyway, back to this. Ivy Wren's starting to be a little bitchy right now. I'm guessing this is playing to the camera. I'm not sure what to think about this, but like I said, it's the portrayal here of the sugar baby along with the sugar daddy, and he's buying her stuff, and for whatever reason, now Terry's like run off for a second, and yes, the Tiffany bracelet wasn't enough.
I love you, but Oh, I don't fucking work here. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for somebody that does. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. My sugar daddy isn't paying. Yeah, my sugar daddy's here. Look, wait for him to come in. He told me he was talking big fucking game, right? Get in here suddenly. I don't know if I like it. It doesn't look matter, bitch. It's for me. It doesn't look matter, bitch. It's for me.
Okay, let's get that in the step.
Let's do it?
Let's get that.
Really, Tim? Stop.
Let's just get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you telling me he doesn't know that he's in on this? You can't tell me he's not in on this and what they're doing here. Because no matter what, I mean, okay, maybe she's going on with the act here. He's going on with the act. He is buying her stuff, and they're kind of going on with this act. But I'm guessing she's getting the stuff bought for her, and there you go. Now here she goes. I don't know what kind of a bag that is. Can't really see it that well. Oh, Yves Saint Laurent. Wow. Well, she's in an Yves Saint Laurent store. Okay. I don't know where she's at. I wonder if this is LA or something like that. I can't tell you. But one of the things I can tell you right now is that in some of the comments she has, that there are people on here that really do believe this is like the real deal, and they're also saying things about it. one girl says, I want a sugar daddy. The other one says, she's a dime. Terry's a lucky man. Another one, oh, he really her sugar daddy then, LOL. Another one, Terry can't even hard if his life can't even get hard if his life depends on it. What a society comes to. Another one is, you know what? You purposely misleading that dude. That makes you a hooker. I don't care. I'm out. Another one with elder abuse. Oh, elder abuse. Another one, don't do it, Terry. Run while you can. Another one, old lady in the like, what the fuck? And another says, acting like he's buying a car. Fascinating, all the comments. But now, once again, she plays up the fact that she's getting this Yves Saint Laurent bag. And here's how she reacts.
You sure?
Yeah.
We don't have to. We can walk out right now.
We'll go ahead and get it. Okay.
Come on, you better get it while he's saying yes.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and get it.
He cops a feel, wraps a hug around her and gets a kiss on like the cheeks. That's it. All he's getting for it. So this is the part where it's the portrayal. For the guys out there that you realize, okay, this is not exactly how all sugar babies are like or sugar daddies can be. Okay. There's obviously more to this. But the thing is, if you're going to go ahead and be a sugar daddy, if that's your choice, okay, because you listen to this program enough and you're listening to me to kind of figure out, hey, King of Podcasts, is this something like worthwhile? Look, I mean, if you're looking to try to find a girl that you think would be not someone that would be in your league and you feel like the money that you have will be able to go ahead and attain her, it does work. It's very short term. Sometimes it works longer depending on how much money you got. But, I mean, you could do it, I guess. I mean, if you want to. I mean, if you want a girl like Ivy Wren, okay, yeah, go for it. You might be able to. But he's got her here. I don't know what more to think about it. But again, she's getting the stuff. I don't know if she's picking it out herself because we don't see that part in the video anyway. It's edited. We've only got a 3-minute clip. But that's what's going on here. Let's go and finish up and let's see the purchase.
Let me know if you want me to pay you back.
She's bouncing up and down, excited. She's dancing still, very giddy.
Get something right. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll be right back. So much. Ma'am, did you get taken care of? Not yet? Okay, bye-bye.
And at least the one thing is she's at least being somewhat affectionate to him. Like just at least she's trying to play the part. I was surprised by seeing this and like, okay, I don't get what the whole thing about this feeling about here, if this is a good idea or not. But yeah, I mean, he goes along. I mean, you want to talk about somebody that wants to go in like, just, okay, here she goes. And she goes at it, right? Okay. Well, no, but I think a lot of people were like paying attention to this. Like, man, this is like surprising. There's millions of views for this right now. Seeing this girl.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like caught into the whole act. And I'm like, well, she's dressed in a way that absolutely will get the attention of this guy. There are people that are onlookers that are also they're just window shopping really. And they see this act right going on here of this young blonde getting an Yves Saint Laurent bag and a Tiffany bracelet. So it could very well be that she got $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 worth of merchandise right there. And who knows if she's even going to keep it. Let's keep that part too. She could just go and very well just sell it off. She could just like put it back out in like, in consignment or some shit. I don't even know what you do with that. Or just sell it outright. But like, maybe she'll use it. Who knows? I don't know about it. But like the thing is, she's playing off to the camera and it's amazing. And there's a young guy also looking across and, like she shows a couple different sides of herself. First, it's how she's reacting to Terry when he's in the proximity. And then when he's not, she's kind of just being, kind of catty and that's it. But yeah, I think this has got to be staged. It has to be, but like, I can't help myself. I keep watching this video and I know some of you have probably watched it. Just go and do a search for Ivy Wren, Black Friday, go look on Twitter, X, and you'll see it. It's amazing. I'm still baffled by that, but this was a story I had to bring up on this show. Couldn't help myself, but like I see it, I'm like, damn. And of course, you'll see the graphic. You'll see her with him buying the bracelet. And I mean, still, I wonder, guys, what you think about the fact that if this is something where you're looking at the sugar daddy, sugar dating idea, is this the fantasy? Is this, and ladies, I also want to hear from you, especially on the YouTube. Go ahead and go to the comments, youtube.com/King of Podcasts. Go in there and make a comment, because here's what I want to know. At King of Podcasts on YouTube. Tell me, from the sugar baby's perspective, ladies, is this what you see as the atypical, stereotypical relationship? Is this what you're looking for if you would go onto a sugar daddy site? Is this something exactly like you want? Now, we also don't know what they're doing behind closed doors, if they're even meeting each other in private and doing anything. We don't know that at all. We can just imagine that at this moment, she's here looking pretty and she's being affectionate, and very little affection, but let's just say affection. Okay. We'll just be a little bit generous. And Terry's being generous with his money, buying her a jewelry bracelet, a tennis bracelet, and a bag. Like, that's the thing. Okay. And I want to know if you see this as like the fantasy, like this is what you look for. If this is exactly what you're all looking at, because that's the thing. I think what Ivy Wren did right here was create the fantasy of what is the atypical sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship, and what women out there, young women like her, again, she's 21 years old, and that she is here going along like this. She doesn't need the money. Obviously, she got $2 million and she's making money off of OnlyFans and Instagram and all this stuff and other things that she's doing. So no doubt about it, she's probably doing just fine as a content creator. And this right here was compelling to me. So shout out to her. Even if this is fake, you know what? You gave me some content on a December week, first week of December. I'll give you credit on that. Let's talk about the other side. Oh boy. This story I saw, and this was pretty surprising. So let's talk about Tiffanie Ann Katherine Lucas. She's a 33-year-old Kentucky woman that blamed her alleged sugar daddy for manipulating her into murdering her 2 sons, according to detectives. She says that the man had been manipulating her mind for 3 years and drove her to kill the children. And a shift in blame comes after Lucas was sentenced to consecutive life sentences for the murders of her 2 sons, Maurice Peanut Baker and Jayden Howard, ages 6 and 9, in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, about 20 minutes south of Louisville in late 2023. This is tragic. There's no funny business about this. I still can't believe that this is actually something, but she actually calls it the sugar daddy. Listen, she's in the wrong here. Now, we can't say anything about this guy, but let's go far into the story. Now, she pleaded guilty in October this year to 2 counts of first-degree murder after initially mounting an insanity defense. And in lawandcrime.com, they obtained a record of Lucas's interview with the police, and in the video, with a detective with the Bullitt County Sheriff's Office asked why she would murder her kids. She says, quote, "I will never do something like this unless someone manipulated me," she said. Now, she goes on to say that she had a sugar daddy who had been manipulating her over the phone and reportedly told her that she should kill her kids, as well as giving her the gun to do so. "He's been putting stuff up in my house. Real evil, dark, weird stuff." And she insisted she was a good woman and a really good mom, and said, "I feel like it's not me. I'm right with God, so it's not me. I'm not in my mind. It's not me. It just isn't." Now, she has yet to admit to the slaying, nor she could tell police how many shots were fired, but she previously reported that Lucas allegedly believes that gaming consoles like PlayStation and YouTube videos manipulate the minds of her children. She said, quote, telling the detective, "I know I look crazy, but I'm not crazy. I love my children. I love my boys so much. I wouldn't have hurt them, but I just felt like I was letting them play the video games. I wasn't focusing how I was supposed to, you know?" Now, she also, in this report, they say that by the express.com, that despite the heinous nature of the crime, Lucas showed no sign of remorse and instead became preoccupied with the deputy's hand gestures during the interrogation, admonishing the officer, "I'm watching you on camera move your finger several times. You just keep moving them. Stop. I'm not watching. I'm watching. It's not right." Now, Lucas's neighbor dialed 911 on November 8, 2023, discovering Lucas in a state of distress on her driveway, wailing that her children were dying. And responding officers discovered the 2 boys had suffered fatal gunshot wounds to the heads. But she's saying it was a sugar daddy that did it. Now, we don't know anything about the sugar daddy at all, but that was the reason she said that she did it. This is sad. And that's kind of an excuse, but like, you know, she's a young, pretty girl. Again, early 30s, a single mom. And in this case, this is one of those where these are some of the other women you might see online. There are plenty of single women that are looking for sugar daddies, for sure. And in this case, so this is a manipulation. Well, that's just a guy that could just manipulate anyway. There's a lot you could probably say about this. We don't know that much about it, but the fact is that she was able to be driven to this, which is incredible. I don't know how you can like think this is a good idea, but wow, that's like, it's sad. It's sad to see two young kids and the mom doing it. Like, that's just, it's crazy, but the thing is, hopefully that she's going to be punished for it. I mean, again, consecutive life sentences, yeah, that's about right. And I mean, what are you going to do? Over 3 years, she said that she had a sugar daddy manipulating her. Well, that excuse doesn't work, but that was what she did. But guys, keep in mind, these are the kind of girls you might find. So you need to be making sure about taking the risk of who you're going to find online. If it is an Ivy Wren or if it's a Tiffanie Lucas, just saying, you got to keep that in mind too. Another thing when it comes to sugar daddies and sugar babies, here's an interesting study right now. Comes from briefly.co.za. So this is South Africa. Among the top Google searches, sugar daddy tops in Google searches among South African women. How about that? So the international study that said that the term sugar daddy was one of the most searched terms in South Africa. And one of the reasons why is because women are dealing with a high cost of living and unemployment. If I'm right, I read this, I think it was 34%. There's a 34% unemployment rate in South Africa right now. And people wanted to go and find out what this is all about. So in the story, they say here that South Africa has the highest search volume for sugar daddy sites and that people are dating for money. And the use of the Google Trends data about how sugar daddy became such a popular term in South Africa, it was determined among data about through the 112 countries worldwide to determine which topics people were most likely to type in the search bar. Yes. So David Van Wyck, who is a Benchmarks Foundation researcher, wrote an article on the subject saying that it's the high cost of living that's causing this. That sugar daddy culture happens in young university women who come from poor backgrounds and find themselves wanting to make ends meet by all means, and also mentions the high unemployment rate being as one of the causes. So now he goes through and talks about this, that the social tensions that are being created across South Africa is causing this. This is a story from January 2023, by the way, but this is still something that's being brought up here about this study. So if you're looking, you would be not surprised to see there are a number of South African women, young and beautiful, that are looking for men. And I would dare to say that, you know what, if you are looking for, you know, passport bros, okay, I would tell you that, you know, while there are the passport bros that will be seeking women in the Philippines or let's say Dominican Republic or Colombia or Venezuela, right? One of the things you'll be able to say for sure is that South Africa is a hot spot. Thailand might be a spot as well, but let me tell you, South Africa, the rand, which is their currency, is, I mean, you can get a lot for rand over there. I mean, let's just say you could probably spend $500-$600 and you can find a decent 1-bedroom apartment in South Africa in some various areas. And again, this is, you know, pretty well developed country, right? But one thing they're talking about a lot of is that, you know, people have trouble finding work. And for the university women, some of them might get scholarships and all, but really it doesn't cover enough of what they need. And there's not enough of what's being made, I guess. So like there's a lot of young women that are not able to make enough money to make ends meet. And by the way, it doesn't need to be in Johannesburg, where it might be a little bit more metropolitan. People might not be able to have as much as others. Cape Town's very more like the San Francisco of South Africa. But even people in Cape Town, you'll see in various areas on some of these sugar daddy sites, you will see South African women laid across. They'll be white, they'll be colored, they'll be black. And you'll see them out there. Just saying. Colored, Cololoured. So make that a distinction, okay? And there you go. Some interesting stuff on sugar babies to go ahead and bring up here on the program. And I thought that was all fascinating. But yes, go ahead and look at the video for Ivy Wren with her sugar daddy, Terry, and take a look for yourselves. And just, I'm so fascinated by that story. And I'm just wondering from all of you out there, do you feel like that is the atypical, like, for the potential sugar daddies out there? Are you looking for the Ivy Wrens out there? Do you want a girl that's like her? Well, I can say there's more of those looking for sugar daddies than you might imagine. But then you also got to be careful finding the Tiffanie Lucases out there, as I mentioned. Anyway, you want to go find your Ivy Wren? There's plenty of young blonde girls out there, and you could probably pay them to be depraved and debaucherous.